Munchumuligereria na gukwaniri andonsi ya sobereta semargoba yabono chinga kichinde anengo kwarigania semesa ya mangana Amayia Ensa Eyemo yabono margoba nyara gukomanya gati yale twabereto gukwarganiria kurwa semambia yarenge ntambe weka chinse chigabono chiyabono margoba sitariki ni sano na ibere omutinyo kane umwaka wekiri bubere amerongebere nebere na mange habereka gokolekana nyirabone budget iganyara kego somwali tukolya lero budget yo mwaka wekiri bubere merongebere nebere boiko mwaka wekiri bubere merongebere netatu nabo igobono obomobolia bwa Kenya kwanza ni kumwarigania ekiama gya chap Ensa Eyemo osomo governor we county ya Machakos Alfred Mutua oyuweru serious ensemo yazimio la umoja hayo amo naenda mange na kwarigania twemanyi ireterane nkoro kwa Vincent Onyancha. Igotogo chaka kurwa sense moye budget ya somoli tukolia lero Ensa Eyemo waziri wechibesa kuri ya tani abachi wizara au chenyara kobekoro chibesa seri tukolia lero aseganga yo wechiwekerania magendero aso mwako yoiga olibose budget yo mwaka wechiri bubere merongebere nebere oiko mwaka wechiri bubere merongebere netatu inyore budget yo niga ya somo mutenyo kane maminchane myakende buna yabere kego somo mutenyo gatano nalimo kolengana na ikuru ya tani niyo waziri wechibesa nigati abuno wekirana we budget yo nigo gwakolekana kobwatekana ne chikura chire bosyo chiwizara aho nigo chobekero chibesa aseganga yogo chia wekinia sensemo ya magendero wizara yechisemi nigo yabekero shilingi bilioni 5 emerongebere na isano nugutakyanda nabo igo chinga kyeche ekyombekaligiyo kobalika abali mu TSC Teacher Service Commission igo kyabekero chibesa shilingi bilioni 2 emerongo kyanda na isano aseganga yo chigwekera ni umurobiri obwechisemi nabo gokobalika abalimo nigo chinga kyeche wizara yobolende yanyara kobekura nsemo bilioni 2 na isato aseganga yo gotinyo bolende asense ya Kenya ananekero kilitorochi asobo choryo obonene bolebosyo chiwizara aho igoni go chianyara kobekura chibesa ekero kile kazi mtahani gosega sirenga tabasaye nero yabekura nsemo milioni 2 nuguteyemo asogo chikogenderigwa ko ensemo ya kazi mtaani.
To further enhance the ongoing interventions, I propose a total of Kenya shilling 20.6 billion in this budget support implementation of various activities. Mr. Speaker, out of this, Kenya shilling 2.1 billion is for the youth empowerment and employment creation under the Kazi Mtaani program, Kenya shilling 8.2 billion for improving educational outcomes, Kenya shilling 1.3 billion for improving health outcomes, Kenya shilling 5.8 billion for improving environment, water and sanitation facilities, Kenya shilling 1.5 billion for fertilizer subsidy, and Kenya shilling 1.6 billion for enhancing liquidity to business. We have continued to strengthen our healthcare systems in our quest for universal health coverage. Better health outcomes depend on the availability, accessibility and capacity of health workers to deliver quality services anchored on well-equipped and provisioned healthcare facilities. Towards this end, the government has implemented various initiatives laying ground for achieving the goal of 100% health insurance coverage. Key among these initiatives include the free maternity program dubbed Linda Mama, which currently benefits over 1 million mothers annually, increasing the total number of health workers in the public and private sector, investment in the health infrastructure, and development of a digital health platform to support effective monitoring of the health sector. In addition, the government enacted the NHIF Amendment Act, which provides for the establishment of a centralized healthcare provider management system to ensure efficient management and payment of claims, as well as data collection. Mr. Speaker, to further enhance realization of the universal health coverage, I propose to allocate Kenya shilling 146.8 billion to the healthcare sector to support the various programs aimed at improving healthcare outcomes. Of this amount, Kenya shilling 62.3 billion will fund activities and programs for the attainment of universal health coverage. Specific allocation for various activities and programs include Kenya shilling 7 billion for purchase of COVID vaccines and related expenditure, Kenya shilling 4.1 billion for free maternity health care, Kenya shilling 5.2 billion for the managed equipment services, as well as Kenya shilling 1.8 billion to provide medical cover for the elderly and severely disabled persons in our society. Mr. Speaker, to lower cases of HIV/AIDS, malaria and tuberculosis in the country, Kenya shilling 16.2 billion has been recommended for the purpose. Kenya shilling 1.3 billion for the construction of cancer center at Kisii Level 5 Hospital.
Na gotigara boigo asenseme yogo somo we budget yo mwaka w'ikiri bubere 2022 goiko mwaka w'ikiri bubere 2023 omwaziri w'ekibesa ikuru ya tani ni gamo mocho mubunge ya Deni Duare maiga ya Duare gote abuno go somo we budget ya senga keje nko ateti machiko kolengana ne katiba ya tani ni gate ya bunumuro biri ni wonyara goikirania maiga yo ogo isaransana goto moroboto go kiase bunge ya negative ne budget yenyale go somo achinga kichi ni go chinga kichi ukuru ya tani ate abuna ina chinga kiboronge elia serikali nyare kweroberia asemeroberio erebosio.
As National Treasury, we do not just come from anywhere and go to Parliament. It's a process of due consultation, and we have the necessary approval from the Speaker, who is the head of Parliament. All the necessary process steps, procedures have been duly followed, and we had actually even sought to seek authority or support and understanding of the rest of the East African community so that we can present our budget earlier because of election. And this is not the first time. Last election, as we are going to the last election, we also did the same. All the necessary process documentations were duly submitted to the National Assembly, discussed, debated, the budget policy statement, the debt management strategy. All these documents were forwarded to Parliament in good time, and therefore all the necessary processes have been followed.
Na gotigana na mangana alengete budget to mulekirango amangana siasa nene to mulekere kyama gaudi emma asobo choryo bone wabwenta kokolekana chinsemo ahogo sembwa kolekana imenye county ya Kisii bali abalenge goikirano so baikirana achinsemo aho ni gobenyora sabe kubwatekana buna ni gobo choryo bwarokana gotakoleka ase county ya Kisii omunyakero ube kyama gaudi em ondie kikero sini gona ina ba ate babuna babunge ni gobaenda sensemo ya Nairobi ase umuraiwe kyame kyorera murodinga egendate birandake kiagera obochori boke boime goze nominations botakolekana se county ya Kisii mulikeito brand sagnisena norobochirwa senchira yobokirano
Korengana na bange nigo besokya chinsa 12 chamambia ase bitu ao ligochora baribara cheko irurukya ebandera yekyama kya ODM asobo chole boke bwaliga ni walitskolia lero kolende asogo kumya kwabo nigo gati yebitu ebi byatigara bisi ekire mamincha na magani yabo
nachirega iga ase gituke ya Kisii primary nje wake kura nachita mambega saa 12 kuru saa 12 nacha nanyora bante baichire lakini renda bagwa kichikura mbayo one to abutrega igoro chikuru mambisa 12 kende ngiyo to gotebi kundu maitingi kigenderete abande bago chabateba register ya bori robs abande bateba yetu ekenkyafu ekefungire ngeli ngitakerwa kiruchikurororo one to stranded into maitinga ngaitokoru ngaitogochi ndo maithe yogo tebi ngangi tutakere gokora.
Mimi napiga kura hapa Kisii primary ward tangu tuliamka saa 11 baada saa hii hatujaletewa vyombo vya kupiga kura.
Mimi ni mkaaji wa hapa na ni mpiga kura wa Gusii Stadium. Kutoka asubuhi tumekuja hapa, tulikuwa tunataka kupiga kura, nimeamka saa 12, nimekuja hapa kupiga kura, nimchague mtu ambaye ninapenda. Kitu cha kushangaza ni kuwa wakati tumefika, tumekaa saa hizi ni saa 6:30, hakuna lolote ambalo linaendelea. Kuna aspirants wengine ambao wanakuja hapa kwetu, wanakuja hapa wanasimama, wanaambia watu waende nyumbani. Ati hakuna kura. Sasa wakati aspirant anasimama, anakuja, anaambia watu waende nyumbani. Kazi ya aspirant ni kukaa nyumbani, angoje kura. Sisi kama wananchi ndio tuko na tuamue ni nani.
Wana korma bisa 12 negetega iga nganyete ngake kura na berre mbaka raro sente to choro mora yone. murayone na muganyerere tinda morora na ande no IBC na yore twakichikura
korengana no munyakiro bwo ODM rogongo rwa Kisii nigo chigwodi 32 chitariganio bochori bwe kyame kya singenje cyo koigwana gose consensus nabo igo kwena na chi direct ticket go cha sabarwanereri abo asebo igo kyame kigitariganio bochori bwe kiro kyo bojumbe abo ase korengana na kiro se barangirwa no morai bwe kyame kyo Raila Amolo Odinga asege karo kyo koigwana somochio o Nairobi
some other areas lakini bojumbe Raila Amolo Odinga na arangiria batawi Nairobi so they are nango taona ya Nairobi
ase ebitu ebinge anene monege togi ya Kisii primary ase ward ya Kisii central nyali chache county ya Kisii nigo gyatigaragese kire na gotiga bakichukura baisaransete ebiriri abasaba mochiro botenene bwa ODM asogo tatuare kerenga igagusi ingo reporter ya Ndizi TV kuruga igase county ya Kisii eretere Brian Sagini Isena
Biamono omuriketo brand saginisena hasorobochurwa senchira yoboikera nugo tigananira brand saginisena boigoto tigarasa mangana rengete siasa imeye county ya Kisii bokomurekera amangana ODM ime ya bomachoge chacha se county ya Kisii boigo abakichukurani go baikase biteseni aho ase ganga yo wakachukura sobochori obime nomination asabanyora nigo bita na boige biteseni bubisiekire omuriketo ndemo Steven norobochurwa nchira ijobekirano
ebyama nigo bigendrete nemerobelyo kwene kibali barachikoiruru kichibendera chiebyamebyo imyechi nsemo nebirogo ao rero nigo lereri tukolyo bochoryo bokebwe kyama kya ODM orogongo rwa Gusii rwale rutwaro bochoryo bokebwa nominations etaro ya itoime ward ya Majoge basi ebunge ya Bomachoge chache nigo yaene kivune bituo bya robeiri ko babyo bwakichikura nigo byasiekire engana abanyakenyoro bayichanera
nigo twachaiga e polling station ya Nyataro 2 primary school twake kura kurumambi twaberira na go ikabona iga tituranyara konyora bali bago twakichikura
kurumambi na jaga na mugondo aize chikura chije chikura chiabuli
ege tuokia nenga kero polling center igo twaja twake chikura kya muchucho ODM twanyora kure ekyo nchiyo kya tantanire twasinyirwa se kyagenda igo ntura akakura etoganyete chikura chiche twake muchucho toisane ka seme nkoro ya ito ngantu akachikura bose bana waka chikura kyake ruga se polling center ali asege tuo twarenge toisane ka manen twabu chikura nchya kuchenu bose bana
ase ward ya Majoge basi ekiama kia ODM nigo kia watabarwaneri batatu bari kurigie tiketi yoyo kurigio bo MCA
ngakibono to kokoleru nomination tutaraita babanyene kia basaje bande mbale ngoro toliko cholerwa igo twatagete bachichaiga oyo kobwabu erwa iga tumanye oyo twacholi no lyo
lakini nje na bonti kali teganga nyete badunga ballot box ngo jejire twake nominations to nyare ko chencho borai mnabona muri kidukia yeri nakige tukiane binabyo birasto wakera chikura ngo bisiekire byakeranire
ebodi obochori ya ODM ya National Elections Board NEB nigo yasabiru kwene kibuno obochori obwoboke bwa nominations wanyarire gokorekanelyo ko baisane kya bakichikura
ketu agekanire tera santotage ndabatware ko cyagosaba somorembo ryo Yesu ekiama keriyo DM korugoro kebwate kana buyega getoretere chikura kya muchucho asomorembe twake tobue chikura twechorero murayo ito
Maga yoko tara ase bitue binge bilibya baliberi geti kwene kibunangwa kabale chikura imeye ward ya Majoge basi ngo twene kiribu na ebinge byabone go basie na baliberi geti ase kyama kya ODM na bakichikura nigo mbanya oleti bagali yabenelyo gwakira abara bali baganeti ase ward ya Majoge basi na ase obojumbe bwabo Majoge chache ase bono basabire botineli bwe kyama kya ODM kwene kibunangwa ene kibore na obojole bukokolekana bole ilyo bachole abara bali baganeti Ulipoti regeta seni kia Ndizi TV kurwa igase bunge ya Bomachoge chache Elietariane Ndemo Steven
Biamono omulikaito Ndemo Steven asorobotirwa senchira yoboekera nugo tigara boigo asamangana lengete na siasa wikase county ya Nyamira boigo obochori obokebwa imegose nominations ase kiama gya ODM imeye county ya Nyamira nigo bwarobereti gokorwa litukolia lero abwase kolende botakolekana babwatani ba ODM boigo abarayibali bakoligie birugo byobora ya senseme yoni go barokana komoche kiama gya ODM asemerubili yabo etaikira neti kolengano yo mogati yabali bakoliye kero kyobo MC kurwase ward ya township ase county yo ya Nyamira umunyakati na Damaris muoni nigaroka nako mochengane yo maga yo ikasebite seni byo wakara chikura nakanyira buna chikure nchi ale konyara kolekana litukolia lero.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Mheshimiwa Damaris Muoni. I belong to township ward. Leo ni siku tulikuwa na nominations, but indeed I don't know what happened. We were told by the commissioners yesterday, where we were in one of the hotels in Nyamira, that today we have nominations. In the morning when I waked up, I went to the polling stations. I found only security men with the people who came to vote, but there was nobody from the party. There was no official who came to conduct the elections. So from there, I am wondering what is happening, by the way.
Na boigo homo waziri bobulendo me Dr. Fred Matiang'i ni gatebire buno bulende ni gobagendretse kobe kwa koene kibuno bochori obone bole bose bochi gokolekana omutinyo gatana gatatu mwako yo gabo ekiri bubere na merongebere nebere gokolekana bura senchire yo bwasire no bwasi kuna gobulende bochi koene gibwatingi wase chinse mochionse Matiang'i kakwana kurwa sensemo ya coast ni gatebire buna bagoche komukega gatambokero asebalia bararokana koleta chibura burwa sogoturwa nyomole asense ya Kenya.
For them to refrain from some habits that may get us into problems, like this incessant madness, I don't know where it came from, of renting people, paying up people to go for meetings, hiring groups of people, you know, and so on. And it's now becoming almost like a business of sorts, you know, as it were. You know, you go into a meeting, you must look for people, give them money, transport people this way or that way and so on, pay people up. And in most cases, these groups end up, you know, colliding and having those. We can just have a plain, straightforward, honest, sincere conversation in the country while this campaign period is going on, and then we will choose our leaders.
Na boigo omurai bwenso muskuru Kenyatta litukolia lero kubwatana no waziri asensemo ya defense yojini wa Malwa niko bakoretara ya boika asensemo ya Isiolo aseganga yogo chikoroto sana koigura benegetigie chindega kyaba na jeshi asensemo yo uruka ukona kurwa asensemo yo ni gate babuna ejina chichinga kia bana jeshi boigamo na barendi bonsi bensa wante kubwatirana asoko kole miremo likonyara kurobo korribo isainego kya saba Kenya niko chinga kia chihuru amenta ko batogia bana jeshi asemerobeli yabo nemeremu elibagenda tokora asense ya Kenya.
Kwa hivyo sisi tuseme tuko na furaha sana kuwa pamoja hapa tukiwa tumekuja kufungua hii hospitali ya Isiolo, hospitali ambaye itarahisisha utendaji ama huduma ya afya kwa wanajeshi wetu. Safari ndefu tulikuwa tunatembea kufika kule Memorial, sasa imefupishwa, pahali ni hapa hapa. Hakuna mambo tena ya kusema ya kwamba lazima tuende Nairobi. Region hii yote itakuwa serviced hapa. Wale wenzenu ambao wako nje ya nchi wakitumikia na wakilinda nchi yetu, pia ikiwa kuna jambo dharura wanaweza waletwe hapa. Jamii ambazo mnawacha nyuma wakati mnaenda utendaji kazi wenu, waweza kwenda mkijua ya kwamba wakiwa na shida hospitali haiko mbali.
Nago tigana nensemo yuko ikase nsemo ndetiga tumulekera boigo amangana siasa kurwa chinsemo chinde isiko yorgongo Rwagusi Azimio Kenya Kwanza niko baumera nitukolia lero aseganga yugo kwanira na kubekemero biliseine obosi obochori obonene boli bosi abwatani be obomo bwa Kenya Kwanza na boigo na Azimio la umoja niko batebire bagendrete gotene na seganga yoko muligere chikura chinyinge omurebe kyama geodia muraira moro dinga niko chinga kicho omurebe kyama kia na Kenya Martha Karua atebire buneganga ya obuna Azimio Kenya Kwanza no kwa bwatani aba Kenya bonsi bosi that
are here, and that's about 10 parties, 10 of us, are very satisfied with what we discussed, and the lawyers took us through. This is what we have, and that's what it is. It's about the country. It's not about any of us. It's not about this party or the other party. We came together because we believe that we are like-minded. We did not come together because I want to be this or that. And everybody who has come on board has said, country first. When we say this country, one Kenya, we are trying to bring, to be inclusive, everybody being included in this Azimio la Umoja.
Na gotigara asamangana alengete siasa nene aseganga yokorigebiro na sobora iwense omurai na boigo omutenebwe kiama kia maendeleo chap ojibona oromo governor we county ya Machakos Alfred Mutua nikobona gochukwe bwatana omobwa Kenya Kwanza maiga yokwerusi ya korwaso omobwa Azimio nigo Mutua atebire buneganga ya enogo chikobwata na borobwa soko bekese yoko igwana na bo Mutua ni gamenta goteba oika Kenya Kwanza emwene kelina ninki ya gochikonyora anenase ekiama kia maendeleo chap ili ya maiko beko igwana goisa inaseganga yoko bwaterana nigo chinga kiecho agochikomoko bokobono omurebe kyama kya UDA oyibegoro mokojo murewense William Ruto asogo chikoligiekero kyo murewense buno murayo gatano asobo choriyo bone bogo chikokoleka no mutinyo gatano na gatatu mwako yega wochiri bubere na merongebere nebere.
Mimi niko na very soft spot for Raila, very I like him kutoka zamani, haka wakati nilikuwa napiga yeye sana nilikuwa bado nampenda. I've always liked him. His wife Aida is like my mom. I like them. Lakini hii ni siasa. Mimi nawapenda pia. Lakini nataka siasa ni chama yetu, si ndio? Yeah. Mimi Ruto nimemtukana left, right and center. Lakini mimi Ruto mwenyewe sina shida na yeye as a person. Kalonzo tunakumbana. Mimi ukiona tunashindana na Kalonzo, we don't have anything personal with Kalonzo. Ni mashindano tu ya siasa. Tukutana Kalonzo tunapigana high five, tunakulia chini tunakunywa chai. Lakini siasa, we don't see eye to eye. We have nothing personal. So we look at it from what is maendeleo chap getting out of it? And what are you getting out of it? How will I be able to support you and support us? Can I trust the document that I am signing? Because that's what I want. And I'm hoping today I'll be able to see a document that I can sign. Lakini nikienda nikute hiyo document iko hivi, I'll not sign. And then we look at the options. Mesikia watu wangu?
Na boigo chinga kioche kiama gia G-TAP ikimanyika ntabu na Green Thinking Action Party niko kiamo chiriko kinago uchumi ya sense ya Kenya obwata niwe kiame kibono ni gobate bire baroboni gobero beretia seganga yogo chikuruwa bokori wise nigo chia saba Kenya asobo chorio bonene bole bosio nigo chinga kioche bate bina uchumi yense ya Kenya ya roka nigo ikoirana nse anene asogo taikrania magendro yense no naboni gobaroka ne komo chiko kabeso ogechibesa gocha sense ya Kenya egento kirira magendro koirana magega.
As a political party, we have a responsibility on 3 pillars that we have promised our members and therefore the nation at large. The first one on effective and ethical leadership. The second pillar, working on matters of sustainable wealth creation, which is about green profits. And the third one is the sustainable households or the dignity of the household. And with the current situation and with the upcoming budget and arising from the situation that we are coming from as a country, having come out of COVID-19 pandemic, and particularly on matters of high cost of living. We believe that we want to share suggestions just like every other Kenyan, because we are not talking from just any point. We are talking as responsible Kenyans, and we believe that this is not a responsibility just for the President of the Republic of Kenya, but everyone's responsibility to add value, because we are stakeholders in this country, and therefore we cannot leave it. Neither can we blame other people for what we have not done or said, because a budget preparing process is a very important thing for the nation. We are going through very difficult questions that we need to ask ourselves as a nation. With the high cost of living, what are we planning to do? What are we working on? There are questions that we have a very high rising debt with a repayment of 1.1 trillion Kenya shillings, which is going directly into matters of debt. That means for every 100 shillings we are using or paying out 60 shillings, and therefore we are remaining with about 40 shillings per 100 shillings.
Na ase oroboti ronde umusacha yomukuru asensemo ya Nandi niga moitiro murugi oika kumuita na gukwa magaya ya kubaita abana baye batatu bonsi gosiria obogima bwabo. Umusacha yubo igoni yemo kigetambokero na kuira gochase getsene kyabanyanyimbo na wakoroboti buno umuitiro murugi oye amo na abana baye batatu no botera amanyekana boikeranu egikerege kolekyo magaya yo kubaita abana baye kolenga no boti ni banyanyimbo kuru asensemo ya Nandi nigo bono umusacha yabekire byara nekero bonsi nyagosira bane umukungu amo na abana batatu bagakira senkendo ekero butuko imebagendrete likumanya ingikiyagero musacho yonyara goita murugyoye amo na abana baye batatu.
Around 5 I received information from one of the police officers from Karen kuwa kuna mtu amejisarenda na ameua watoto wake na mama. Tukaenda mpaka TC tukaconfirm ilikuwa ni ukweli. Tukakommunicate na hawa wamekuja, mwili imeshapelekwa Kimbilio Hospice. So we are advising our residents watulie. Information is still going on to treat the cause of the incident. Tunasema pole, ilikuwa ni jambo baya.
Na oyo kabiro mo senator we county ya Nakuru James Kiali Mungai ni gate birbono agochikurwandra boyge ekrokyo bo governor se county ya Nakuru gochiko irali bagari ya Likinyanjwe ni gochinga kiecho Kiali Mungai yate birbuna maiga yo kwa mo senator kuru mwaka bwochiri bubere na ikomenesto iko mwaka bwochiri bubere na ikomenesano na ibere ni gobana amenye benseme yubanya reba kumuboli agotenekero okyo bo governor eliko chikobaikirania magendero ase county ya Nakuru.
Mimi nilikuwa senator wenu kutoka 2013 mpaka 2017. Nyinyi wenyewe muliweza kuona uongozi wetu tukiwa na Kenothia. Wale wanauliza kwa nini nakuja kama nimechelewa, ni kwa sababu kutoka 2017 mimi nimekuwa ground. Nimekuwa nikiangalia effect ya kwanza ya kutoka 2013 mpaka 2017 wakati nilikuwa senator. Baadaye nikaangalia wale viongozi ambao walichaguliwa kutoka 2017 mpaka wakati wa sasa. Tumekuwa na wananchi wenyewe.
Na boigo abangina amo nabasubati kurwa sensemo ya Soi yo gotoka Eldoret ase county ya Uasin Gishu nigo bono basabira mabera maiga yege kolegia kolekanda se county ya Uasin Gishu ekeromo bwa Azimio Kenya banyareto go saganwa maiga yo murai weke mageude marera morodinga kwekera na senseme yo aseganga yo kondo we yakereko kasobo chodio bonene bole bosio bangina abuni go bate birubune ngana ya kolekante ngane teriengia na kojegikeria boigo sawa mabera gochia sawa Kenya bonse nigo chinga kecha bagina abubaganire obochori na boigo siasa chomorembe gokorekana asomwa koyega.
Ni upendo katika Yesu Bwana, ni upendo.
Tunaomba watoto wetu kwa unyenyekevu muwache kutumika, musitumiwe kwa sababu mtapotea. Kama wale watoto sahi wako huko sel Kuna wazazi wao wako na shida. Labda hata mzazi wake atauza shamba ndio helikopta ya wenyewe itengenezwe. Kwa hivyo Bwana President, take us positively and forgive us. Tumekuja kama akina, sisi wa mama ni wa mbali kabisa, at the border of Marakwet and Uasin Gishu. We are down to earth na tumesema pole. Tunataka kuambia Mheshimiwa Raila pole. Mungu akubariki penye huko. Mungu abariki Ruto. Muendelee. Mungu amechagua kiongozi. Muendelee kuomba kura zenu kwa amani. Kwa hivyo we are advocating for peace.
Tunaomba msamaha sana tukiwa mama. Tukianzia county government mpaka the national government. Baba tunaomba msamaha. Uhuru tunaomba msamaha. Mheshimiwa Uhuru tunaomba msamaha tukiwa mama. Na tunazidi kuambia watoto wetu ya kwamba tuachane na uhalifu. Uhalifu haina lolote la kuweza kukulipa.
Tuongeleshe watoto wetu. Tuhubiri amani kama akina mama. Tueleze watoto wetu ya kuwa hakuna kitu watapata. Baadaye yule mwenye ataenda atarudi nyuma kujua kina nani walifanya nini na wakatendewa vipi.
Monchu murigereria hinyarabuna nikogendete ko yatengera yonse gwetera Ndizi TV obwansu wo mugusi Ensa Eyemo yabono Marugoba. Nyarabuna asa matoka mange twanyorere buna obasacha osaba subati goituna gutigerwe chinkoma. Muswati yo mukuru wa county ya Nairobi umanyakate buna Damakrin igwono mosacho yanyaretega ko mwege surege tinde gweka ko mubutoroko boko. Kuono musubati yo atigarete kale no bolema maiga yo musacho yokobe kubyara ni gatangira sawa nyimbo. Enka yo musacha ni gajagandiro musubati yokumukege tambukiro na komwabero musacho yo josekera setsenia kemo ya Nairobi eliko ira na gocha kolenda abana sekerenga buna musubati yo bono ni gabire kerema taikonyara goikerania okogania kwa abana baja senka. Omurikito kurwa county ya Nairobi Vincent Onyancha igatwaliganire roboti rwa senchira enkirano.
Mwanchu muligereri bwe TV ya Ndizi TV niko na kwaliganira tukolia lero ase county ya Machakos ase state ya Mulolongo na esente mekurukunga Baraka Center ase
Mwanchu muligereri bono ntarachi kogotiga nako yako musumari mangana mayase nchira yobo ikranu roboti yoru na utoko chukogotiga na roro nyare kurubwatia na korotengera naki enkeyo again red so wati wetira sensemo ya mtandao ensemo ya Facebook Ndizi TV News na wegensemo ya YouTube nyira gotubwati buna Ndizi TV News rutwabwatira nere ko ne kibichibi cheniryogi igakoro ko musae jemo iritera nenchi nkoro kwa Vincent Onyancha tubana ni satasa yamo na yanda senchira yobekera ngoti roboti Innocent Onyango kurase county ya Nairobi.